I'm Julie and thank you for joining me today as I plan for the week of July the 4th to the 10th in my classic vertical happy planner. My spread today is part of the monthly Instagram challenge that I take part in, and the title is Red, White and Bloom. If you're ever stuck for ideas for your planner spreads, Instagram is a good place to check out as there are all sorts of challenges going on and they give you a good starting point. My collab spreads tend to be somewhat of a big production. For those of you who've been watching for a while, you may remember my Wizard of Oz spread. So this certainly isn't going to be a quick, easy spread, but I have got an idea in my head for this theme. I wanted to acknowledge the fact it's the 4th of July, but I also wanted to incorporate the idea of the red, white and blue being the flag for the United Kingdom as well. And I kept thinking about the fact that America and England have a sort of special relationship. That's what it's often called in the press. And I thought that what I would do is call this spread Friends Across the Pond, because I've made some lovely planner friends from America, so it's got a double meaning. I looked in my scrapbooking stash because I wanted one half of the page to be America and the other half of the page to be the United Kingdom. And what I really wanted was to have a skyline at the bottom of the page. So I found this, that's a die cut that I bought off eBay. And I've got this postcard which has got some skyscrapers on it that I thought I could cut out and use on the other side for America. Originally, a little bit like my Wizard of Oz spread that was two separate halves, I had the idea of doing a pond or the ocean in between, so having a blue strip going between the two halves. But I also want to incorporate the idea of bloom because the title is Red, White and Bloom. So I wanted to use some florals. So I thought instead of using just blue paper to do a blue ocean, I would use blue florals instead, and that's the symbolic ocean between us. The first thing I want to work on is my title. I've just cut up lots of little blue and red triangles to use as bunting. And then my idea is to put the words on the bunting. As I say, I'm going to be going to a lot more trouble than I normally would over this particular spread. It's always worth it in the end, and I do really like to make that special effort for our collab spreads. F-R-I-E-N-D, I need one more for friends. So friends will fit there. So the pond should fit on that side without really a gap in between. I might be able to just get a slight gap. So I am going to have to do something about the across. Thinking I might have to write it maybe underneath, or maybe find a sticker that I could put in between so that it says Friends Across the Pond. But I really did want to have this bunting at the top. I just thought it was a really fun idea. In the journaling sticker book, which I got hold of quite recently, they do have these. So I wondered if perhaps I could write a cross on one of these. I don't know whether the smaller one maybe, and put it at the top. So that might be a solution. So let's get sticking. I think next I need to add the florals up the middle. I probably should have done that first. I may need to take these off if I can. So let's see if I can find some blue florals. The obvious choice would be Function Chic Blue Blooms. I probably should have found the florals first, because then I could have cut a blue that matched the florals. So again, I seem to be making all sorts of mistakes today, but let's see. Hopefully we can find, see, that's definitely not the right sort of blue. I definitely want the correct shade of blue to match. That one's sort of close, but I don't really want all that green, and I don't fancy cutting all those leaves off. That's teal. That's too pale. I haven't got enough of those. I've used those in a spread that I did, one of my favourites this year. These were sort of purpley blue, but they do actually match really well. I'd have to cut off all the green. So that's a possibility. I'm just going to check Heather Kell's ROYGBIV book. Heather has these blues which aren't quite as good a match of the blue that I've already cut, but they don't have any green. So I think I'm going to go with these. But I've learnt my lesson. Next time, pick the florals first and then cut the flags out afterwards. I think I'll see if I can get these up before they are well and truly stuck, which they probably already are. I may have to be creative there. This one's coming up. Just this blue one doesn't seem to want to come up. I might have to rip it. Haven't got any undo. Don't want to rip the page though. Oh, and she has ripped the page. Right, I think we'll have to work around that. Let's start at the bottom. Don't know if there's any trick to doing this. I haven't done it very often. Put something down the middle. I've got this one that's a little bit smaller. I might be able to just do something with that. I'm just going to have to tear this off and deal with it later because it will get covered. Okay, so I'm just going to put that over the top and it won't look like anything went wrong at all. I don't know what the damage is on the other side. We'll have to check when I finished. I think we all have planning mishaps from time to time. And just need a little bit there. Well, that's going to look a bit strange. So I just do it. Like that. And that looks a little bit of a gap there. Just add another flower over that bit. Okay, I'm not sure how I feel about it at the moment, but let's see what happens if I cut through. No, it doesn't notice, that's good. So, going to cut up the middle here. This is always a bit tricky. This is why I don't do it very often. See my sticker challenge for the month on the back. I'm doing a Instagram summer sticker challenge where you have to follow the list and stick one sticker on every day. I've done it before at Christmas. It was a lot of fun and I'm enjoying doing it again. So that's that. Now I need that piece that's going to go across the middle. Do I want a little one or a big one? See, no, that's a little bit large. I think we'll have to go with the smaller one. Try not to put it where the holes are. So if I put it maybe at the top of the page. Just there. Again, I probably should have written the word across before I cut it in half, but never mind. I'm sure it's all going to turn out okay in the end. So I'm thinking, before I stick this at the bottom, whether I might want a box. So rather than stick it down and then decide I want a box later, I'm just wondering if I do want to use a box underneath. Or does that spoil the silhouette? Or maybe just a tiny bit like that. I think we'll just maybe just put one here. I'm using a box from the Function Chic Blue Blooms book. Very sticky. I keep seeing people on YouTube putting them on their arm before they stick them down and forgetting to do that. But it's done now. So now I can stick this down. Now, as I said, I had a lot of ideas for this spread, and I also had the idea of bringing in a girl, one on each side, just to indicate the planner friends, and to have one with a American flag and one with a British flag. So you wouldn't believe how hard it is to find a flag for my country. Could find an American flag. In the end, I got this Best of British Forever Friends scrapbook stack, and it's got a little one here. But you would think with all the Jubilee celebrations I would be able to find something, but I always do struggle to find English things for my scrapbooking pages. I've got this girl from the Out for Adventure sticker book, and I thought I might just cut the glasses, binoculars, out of her hands and incorporate the flag somewhere. I don't know if I'm going to like this idea. I'm really all over the place today with so many different ideas, but I'm just going to keep going. So I'm thinking, as this flag is smaller than the American one that I found, I'm going to have this one further up. So I thought maybe she could be either standing on the box waving it, or maybe just in the box waving it. I do need to have some room to write, that's the other issue. So I think maybe about here. I've never had so many different ideas all the same time about one spread, and maybe I'm pushing it, trying to incorporate them all. So I think that's about right. And then I can have her to look like she's holding it there. So I need to decide if I want a box, probably be a red box. Just remembered that originally I thought that I should start from the bottom of the page because it would give me more room, but it's a little bit late now because I haven't started from the bottom here. So I will put this one here. I think we'll have it near the bottom. Just about here. Stick that over, just there. I don't believe it, after saying to you that I wasn't going to take it to the bottom of the page, I've stuck it at the bottom of the page. So that one's stuck at the bottom and that one's not. I'm thinking whether I just put some blue here for the River Thames, or just leave it and not worry about it, but I don't think I'm going to be able to peel this off. No, I don't want to try. So it looks okay, it's just I'm very fussy about those things, so we'll have to see if I do something to even it up later, maybe with some washi tape. I've got this girl, again I'm going to cut the binoculars out of her hand so she can be holding the flag. So I had to chop her other arm off as well because it looked a little bit odd. And it's rather a huge flag compared to the British one, but it's nearer the front. I tried to get my perspective right, but I have her outside. No, I think I just have her here, and then I need to get this flag in her hand before I stick her down. Like that. Okay. I'm actually loving this so far, even though everything seems to have gone wrong. That bit at the bottom is annoying me, so I think I will just put the River Thames in and add this scalloped washi. I wish I had, Mary Ellen was using some wave washi on a spread I was watching recently, and I wish I had that, but this will do. Of course, it's not the right shade of blue, but we'll see whether it makes it to the final cut when I show the final spread. I think I'll just do that. It looks quite cute, like waves. Okay, the sides are balanced now. I really wanted to use this sticker that I've had for a few years. I got it from an American Crafts seasonal sticker book, and obviously it fits in with the theme, and I've just had it for a few years and not used it, so I think I'm going to try and incorporate it. It really probably needs to go near the 4th of July, so possibly just along these boxes here. Oh, it does actually more or less fit amongst the three, so I'll just put it like that. I also really wanted to use this Let Freedom Ring, not because of the American connotation so much, but just thinking about what's going on in Ukraine and feeling grateful to be living in a country where we have freedom. So I thought it could go here. I do need some blue, so I've got this blue box as well, or whether I have it up here and here. I'm actually really loving how this looks. Feeling really excited at the moment that it's finally starting to turn out sort of how I imagined. I wanted to add a few bullet points for my to-dos, but I couldn't find any red ones. So I've got these hearts. I thought they would do. Just one more box, I think. Slightly overlap it, add some bullet points here, I think a red and a blue here, because I've got this box on this side that's a bit different. I feel like I need to have a different box on the other side, so I've got this one. Found it in the seasonal, not the seasonal, the Stick Girls Teach book. As I say, there's not many red stickers to be had, so maybe just have it here. Add a few more of the little hearts for checklists. Just a couple of finishing touches now. So I'm going to put today in this box here, and one on this side as well for balance, maybe here. Just add one more box in this space here because I feel it's a bit of a space, needs filling up. Got to use a 4th of July sticker as I never get the chance to use them, and I seem to have a collection of them, so better put that there. I think that's more or less done now. I just need to add the words at the top, but I'll do that off camera. All done. And I couldn't resist just adding a cup of tea on the English side. So this has been a lot of work. I can't say how much I love this spread. We've got the red, white and bloom with the flowers. We've got my friendships that I've made with American planners. Just wanted to take this opportunity to say that I know a lot of my viewers are from America, so I really do appreciate you supporting my channel. Thank you so much. Hope you're having a great week. Take care, happy planning, and see you soon.